Hello my friends and welcome to this tutorial and guide for hole number 9 par 5 of the Milano. This is also hole number 9 in the Vegas Sundown tournament. We are playing from the first tee, which is the rookie division. We're going to play with our little guest account called Amelia's dad. And as you can see, this hole is changed now. And they have changed it so it should be a little bit easier to get this one to green in 2, or at least get to eagle. And the thing that you can see is easier is that they have removed a bunch of obstacles on the right, made this first fairway a little bit bigger. But it's still a hole where you really need to go far. And if you don't have the clubs for it, don't try to push it. Play yourself up and see if you can ship it in from for an eagle in that case. So this is a very long hole. So we're going to go with a Titan, and the reason we go with a Titan is again because it's a very long hole, and then we do want to have the ball that gives us a little bit of wind but also gives us length, which is important. So we're going to put just an easy drive here forward, bouncing it over to the next fairway, just like that. And if we do find ourselves with tailwind, we could actually go over the fairway, over to this fairway platform here, but then we need to use a ball with a lot of power and also having a driver that allows us to go far. Now we found ourselves in a tricky position as, okay, we can put ourselves up and being close on our second shot, or we can try to go over to the left where our opponent is trying to do, to actually have the same type of approach shot we did have when this hole had the earlier design. So going to see here now with our dear he or she here, I don't know if it's because it's a guest account, bouncing over there, but still going to be very tough to get this one in green on 3, as it's very short on that fairway. So as you can see, we're going to have the big dog, and okay, and the big dog will allow us to get some distance with our club, and I think we need to use that. So we kind of do want to just bounce over here, just put ourselves up forward without any like trouble. So we're going to just drag it up there a little bit. We're going to use 2.4, which is not much in wind, but still going to be enough for us to get this ball bouncing over the rough and put ourselves up before the bunker and give ourselves a kind of a decent opportunity to go for the pin from here. As you can see on the green has been changed as well. The green was a lot of uphill before, and now it's basically, it's not flat, but at least it's not uphill or it's downhill, and on the side the ball can fall down basically wherever. So it's going to be needed to be very accurate to get this shot close to the pin or getting it to drop. So our opponent here is going to use the Marlin ball here, bouncing himself forward or herself forward to that fairway spot that is the closest one without falling into the bunker. Falls into the rough there, even though it's close to the bunker, and it's going to be a hard approach from that distance. So our turn, and now we kind of need to decide here. We do have the backbone, and as you can see, this approach is going to be very tough. And even though we're going to hit this one uphill, I'm actually going to try this approach up. And this approach is for you needed if you're going to play it here, so you find yourself with a long iron or with a short iron if you are further down ahead. And then you do need to have a club with a good amount of backspin, and with that I mean a Saturn, I mean a Thorn. So I actually do have basically max of the backspin to allow yourself to stay on the green easily, or at least go for the pin. So we're going to get that one, and as you can see here, we're going to fall back down here, and actually we fall down into the rough. And this is important to actually show you here that the clubs that we have selected for this hole is not good enough. Then we need to play it in a different way, and we should try to maybe bounce it from over the fairway and then the other way around. And that is, again, this hole is by far one of the toughest par 5s to even make a birdie, as it has been easier to get the ball over to the second fairway, but it's going to be way harder for us to actually get it to stick on the green if we don't have the clubs for it. We're going to use our machete. This ball is not going to be affected by the wind much at all, as you can see on the ball guide here, and we are a little bit of uphill. We do hit it perfect from the rough. Oh, we came in very hot. So that is also something that we actually need to have in mind then, that we actually got this really hard one there from the rough. So we're going to make a par, but we're absolutely going to learn from that, and that's why this tutorial is very important, to actually tell you that from that approach, and basically from any approach, as the pin stands short, and we always want to go for the pin and not just want to play ourselves up on the green without having a shot for the eagle. So use a club with a lot of backspin. Guardian if you play with a wood club, a Saturn if you play with a long iron, and a Thorn if you play with a short iron. So my friends, this was the tutorial for hole number 9 of the Milano, and please make a comment in the comment section below if you do have any type of questions. Otherwise, I will wish you the best of luck in the Vegas Sundown tournament.